What's up guys, welcome to Echo Productions. I'm Silas Willoughby, and today we're taking a look at how I color grade my footage and how you can make yours look more cinematic quickly in Adobe Premiere Pro. Recently, I seem to be spending all of my videos answering you guys' most asked questions, and yeah, you guys asked for this one a lot. I think I've been asked over 100 times how I color grade my footage. So let's jump into Premiere and get started. As you guys can see, I've added 4 very different clips to my timeline. I've got this shot of someone's hand holding a leaf in the forest, and as you can see, it's nice and moody. I've also got this shot of me flying my drone. This one is much brighter. As well as these two, I have this shot from my drone, and to mix things up a bit, I've got a shot of someone's feet in the snow. Now, I have slowed down the shots I shot in slow motion a bit and stabilized all the clips I shot handheld, but that's all I've done for now. Let's start with this clip. So the first thing I want to do is add an adjustment layer over the clip. To do this, you need to click the sticky note looking icon in the bottom corner of your media panel and then click Add Adjustment Layer. Then drag this on top of your video. The first thing to do would be the basic color correction. For this, I'm adding the Lumetri effect to my adjustment layer, then opening the Lumetri panel over here. First, I like to go to the curves effect and add a subtle S-curve. I usually barely pull up on the highlights and pull the shadows down a decent amount. And as you can see, this adds a lot of contrast to the shot. Then I'll go to the basic corrections and turn the saturation up about 8 to 12. I'm going to leave this one at 8. Now go to the Creative tab, and then I'm going to click on where it says Look and click Browse at the top. Now I'm going to my LUT folder and selecting the LUT I want to use. For this, I'm using my custom teal and orange LUT that I've made especially to preserve the greens and skin tones and keep them looking nice and realistic. I'll put a link in the description for a free teal and orange LUT that will give you a very similar look. Now, as you can see, just like that, it's way too intense, so I'm going to go to the intensity slider and drag it down till it looks better. It looks like about 60 is working for me. Next, I want to click the drop down arrow next to the adjustments and pull the sharpening up to about 2. I also want to pull the vibrance up to about 8 as well. And there you have it, basic color correction and grading in Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, when I'm on a time crunch, I'll often just drag this layer over the rest of my clips in my timeline and call it done. But I want to go a little bit more in depth in today's video. To start off, I'm going to hold Alt on my keyboard and drag the adjustment layer over the shot of me flying my drone. This creates a duplicate of the layer. And as you can see, it looks pretty good just like this, but I want to tweak it further. The first thing I want to do is turn down the intensity of the LUT just a bit because it's making my shadows a little bit too blue for my liking. 50 seems to work here. Next, I want to add a little bit more punch by tweaking the S-curve slightly more and pulling down more on the shadows. Now, for the shot from my drone, I'm going to completely start over. So I'm going to drag the adjustment layer from my media pool over the top of the clip and trim it so it covers just this clip. And then I'm going to add the Lumetri color effect again. I'm going to start by going to the curves and pulling up the highlights a little bit more than I did with any of my other clips, since there are no super bright parts of this image, and pulling down a little bit less on the shadows than I have been doing. And as you can see, that still adds very good contrast. Now I want to go to the Creative tab and add the same LUT I added earlier. I like the intensity on this clip, so I'm only going to turn it down to about 80. Now I'm adding a bit of vibrance and saturation to balance the LUT out. And as you can see, it's looking pretty good. Here's the before and here's the after. Much better. Finally, let's work on this snow clip. The first thing to do to any snow footage is to add a ton of contrast. So I'm adding a pretty intense S-curve. This makes the snow look clean and bright. Next, I want to sharpen the footage. So I'm going to the Creative panel and selecting Adjustments and pulling the sharpening up to about 7. Now I want to add the LUT. Again, I'm using the same one from earlier. I'm going to drop the intensity to 40 for now, in the basic corrections, I want to make sure that the snow is dead white, so I'm going to go to the white balance and make sure it's set on the snow. So here's our before and after. And finally, because I've got my subject in the center of the frame, I'm going to go to the vignette at the bottom and go up to about 0.4 to brighten up the edges and bring more attention to the center of the frame. So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick tutorial. If you want the LUT I used today, you still have time to enter it in the contest that Paul Groscos and I are hosting together. For a quick reminder, it's to create a short inspirational film under 3 minutes. And you can email us the link at echoproductioncompany@gmail.com. Again, that's due by February the 28th at midnight Pacific Standard Time. You can also click the info card in the top in one of those corners up there if you want any more information on the prizes and all that. And finally, if you guys have any questions for me, I just reached 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and I'll be doing a question and answer episode soon, so leave any of your questions down below in the comments. But that's all I've got for you guys today. This has been Echo Productions. I'm Silas Willoughby, and I'll see you in the next one.